Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru,
Vaheguru Sahib Jio, Meherwan Sahib Meherwan, Sahib Mera Meherwan, Ji Sagal Ko De Daan. Tu kahe dole praniya, tud rakhega sirjanhar, जिन पैदाइश तू किया सोई दे आधार, जिन उपाई मेदनी सोई करदा सार, घट घट मालिक दिलां दा सच्चा परवदिगार, कुदरत कीम ना जानिए वड्डा वे परवाहो, कर बंदे तू बंदगी जिचर घट महसाहो, तू समरथ अकथ अगोचर, जियो पिंड तेरी रास, रहम तेरी सुख पाया सदा नानक की अरदास, रहम तेरी सुख पाया सदा नानक की अरदास। धन धन साहिब गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी महाराज ते हाजिर बैठी साध संगत जी आओ फतेह साहिब पाओ जी। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। पिछले कथा विच असां गल कीती सीगी ऑफ द बॉडी आसा महला पहला ते सरवरडे पहले निवासा। That's what we covered last time. And in that shabad, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, they say to us, they say that don't just think it's enough to be a good person. आजकल एक गल बहुत चलती हैगी है, a lot of our Punjabi youth get told this lie. It's a lie as per Sikhi to say that it's enough to be a good person. Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj in that Shabad makes it very clear. They say, Man ek na chetas mood mana, har bisrat tere gun galya raho. They say, oh you idiot, mood mana means like an idiot. They say, you don't remember Vaheguru. And if you don't do that, if you forget Vaheguru and don't remember him, then what will happen to you? Tere gun galya. The word galya is to rot. Sasanji, imagine, in this country, I went to Bangkok and in Singapore, fruit's very cheap, you know? Mango is quite cheap, but here mango is very expensive. So you imagine you go to the shop, you buy a box of mangoes, you bring it to your house, and no one eats it. You all forget about it, you're so busy, and then when you come to see that box, it's gone off. Did dukh lagda na? That you spent so much time, you worked hard, you earned money, you went to the shops, you bought these mangoes, you brought them to your house, and then no one ate them just because they were busy, although you liked them, and then they got ruined. Now you can't eat them. Even if it's not too much money, you still think, man, missed out there. We messed up. In the same way, Guru Maharaj is telling us, inside you have guns. You have nice things inside you as well, which you've collected from hard work. You're trying to be a good person. You know it's hard to be a good person. It's not easy. Many, many times there's options to break your rules, do something which is not up to what you want to do, but you decide, no. Even if it hurts me, even if it causes pain, even if it's tough, I'm still going to do the right thing. So morality itself is something that we earn. So we earn good qualities, we try to become compassionate, we try to become giving people, and these are the guns that we work hard to achieve. And Maharaj says, Har bisrit tere gun galya. All those guns that we put into our basket, we put them in our body, like a kitchen table, and then we ignore them, and then they go off. Why? Because those guns are the first stage towards spirituality. Guru Maharaj tells us that if you want to walk upon the path of the saints, Santaka Marg, this way of Sikhi is Santaka Marg, because the ideal Sikh is a Sant Sipahi. Santaka Marg, the road of the saints, Dharam ki paudi ko vadbhagi pa. That to walk upon the path of the saints, the first thing you do need is to be a good person. But that is not where you stop. Somebody messaged me this week, they said, I made a bit of a mistake. I've been telling everybody that Guru Nanak Dev Ji said this, but it's not true. Because you know, on the internet world today, people just make up pictures, put quotes on them, send it around, and we all think it's true. As if, somebody must have checked it. Not everybody checks their facts. The quote they put on there was, before being a good Sikh, a good Muslim or a good Hindu, be a good human. And they attributed it to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj. Maharaj never said that. They never said that before you become a good Sikh or a Hindu or a Muslim, be a good human being first. Because that makes no sense. Because to be a good Sikh involves being a good human being anyway. You can't be a good Sikh until you are a good person anyway. But you must progress beyond that and become a Bhagat of Vaheguru. They say that in India they used to have a saying, many people think the Guru said it as well. In fact, I remember talking to a Granthi for quite a while, looking for this quote. He kept telling me this quote is in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, and I was looking on Sikhi Tramak, search Gurbani, I was looking for this one quote. It's a famous quote and everybody thinks that Guruji said it. But it's not. And again, this quote is very similar to what I just said that people said Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, which is Janani Janeta Bhagat Jan, Keh Data Keh Sur, Nahe Ta Janani Banj Rahe, Kahe Gavave Noor. It's a very famous thing. What it means is, if a woman is to have a child, then she may as well have either a Bhagat, a saint, somebody who worships God, or a giver, a data, or a sur, meaning a warrior. Otherwise, she may as well not have any children. Why should she lose her light? Why should she lose her beauty by having a child which is none of the three? Either a warrior, or a giver, or a saint. But this is not in Gurbani, because Maharaj has told us, Sant Sipahi. They say to us, Visriya Jin Naam Te Bhe-ee Parapat. Those that forget the name of God, they're a burden upon the earth. Those that have forgotten God's name, Maharaj says, why did they even come here? Jini aisa har naam na chetyo se kahe jag aaye Ram Raj. So everybody has to jap naam. There's no one who can get away with not jumping naam. Maharaj says, Tirat tap daya dadan jeko pave til kaman. Til is a sesame seed. You know how small a sesame seed is? It's like these new seeds that people think so popular, chia seeds. Those things are so tiny. That's how much respect you get in heaven for being a good person. That is all you get. Maharaj says, Har bisrat tere gun galya. So Satsangaji, let's not tell our kids, let's not tell them, just be a good person. It's not enough. We must chant God's name. We must meditate upon God. We must activate our main purpose in life. And that is why the next shabad is exactly this. After Maharaj Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj said this shabad, which we covered last time, this shabad, the next shabad comes up, Asa Mahalla Panjvam Bhe-ee Parapat Manukh Dehuriya Gobind Milan ki eh teri bariya Avar kaaj tera kitay na kaam Mil sad sangat Paj keval naam Saranjam lag Pavjal taran kya Janam birtha jaat Rang maya kya Rahao Jap tap sanjam dharm na kamaya Seva sadna janya haraya Kaho nanak ham neech karma Saran pare ki rakho sarma Bhe-ee Parapat Manukh Dehuriya. It's a very famous shabad. You'll hear it all the time in Kathas. It comes up in Rehraas Sahib. This is the very last shabad of the Rehraas Sahib in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. After that obviously comes Chaupai Sahib and all the rest of the shabads. But they're not in Guru Granth Sahib Ji. And this shabad, Maharaj starts off by saying, Bhe-ee. Bhe-ee is you've got kuch hoya, when it came. It's come about, what's come about? That you've achieved something. Parapat means to achieve. Je koi cheez prapati kiti means you actually went out, did hard work, and you got something. Over here it says sometimes that you've received. Received is not the same as prapati. Prapati means to achieve. So you've achieved the human body. Bhe-ee Parapat. Manuk. Manuk means human. Dehuriya. Now the simple meaning of the word Dehuriya is body. Because Dehe with the ha is body. So many people have said, oh, it's just a poetical way of saying Dehuriya. But if you look at the old Sikhs, they will translate this word and they will say, well, Maharaj used this word Dehuriya because it's very similar to the word Dehora. Dehora is, if you know, or Dehra means a temple. Not just a temple, it's a specific kind of thing, which is like a... Sometimes, you know, in the pins they worship their Purshe, Purani Pursh. They worship the people that came before them, ancestor worship. So a lot of those people sometimes get buried in the same place, or they have their funeral sanskar done in the same place. And then people go to such a specific place to remember their ancestors. Or Dehora Banjana. And that Dehora, like Dehra, sometimes they call it a Dera, because around that place you get like a Jaga being created. So it becomes, the word Dera is from the same sort of background. Like Dehradun. Dehradun is also where Ram Rai was burnt, and people go to remember him, but it's also where his Dera was. So it's a religious place where people go to pray. And often, if it was an Islamic religious place, it's a Dehra, then it's a grave as well. There's a grave in there, there's bodies buried in there, samadhi kende onu. Like for example, there's samadhiyan of various gurus as well. Not just of holy people, but samadhis of... So a samadhi can be called a dehura as well. So, firstly, Maharaj has said the word dehuriya. So one meaning of this word, apart from body, is that the body itself is like a temple. Maharaj says, Man mandar tan ves kandar kat hi tirath nama. This body itself is like a temple. This is the place where we're going to worship God, and this is the place we're going to experience God. This is the place where God is going to become manifest. So for us, the body itself is our temple, so we do keep it clean. We do not put things inside that body that we wouldn't put inside a temple. So drugs, alcohol, all these things, they don't go in there. So we do treat it as a holy place, and therefore Maharaj uses this word that is something worthy of worship. And if in that dehora, actually God becomes Pargat, in the human body, Vaheguru becomes Pargat, like it was in the Gurus, like it was in the Mahapurukhs, then that body becomes Pujnik, it becomes worthy of worship. That's why Maharaj says that a Brahmgyani, we should go and hang out with the Brahmgyani. We should go and respect the Brahmgyani. We should get the tood of the dust of the feet of the saints. Because these people, they meet Vaheguru regularly. And Vaheguru comes to reside in their mind. And therefore, they become worthy, they become a worthy reflection of Vaheguru. They're not the complete thing, but they start to reflect Vaheguru. So Maharaj has told us that the body itself is something special. Why is the body special? Because we've got the human body. If we had got any other kind of body, it would not be worthy of worship. But the human body is Manuk Dehuriya. There's a shabad of Gurbani. Maharaj says, Lakh chaurasi jon sabai, Manas ko prabh di vadiyai. Is paudi te jo nar chuke, so aaye jaye dukh paeda. Guru Arjan Ji Pasha says that this body is out of 8.4 million lives, you've got the human body. And Vaheguru has given this body a greatness. One special greatness given to this body. Now scientists have worked out that the human body is 99% the same genetically as animals and pigs and dogs and cats. There's not much difference. But there's one vidiyai given to this human body, the ability to experience Vaheguru through Naam. And this is what Maharaj says in the last pankti of the Shabad. Guru Arjan Ji Pasha says, Is paudi. Paudi is a step. If you miss this step, is paudi te jo nar chuke. If somebody makes a mistake, if somebody, the translation comes up as, if you miss this chance, but it's not really. If on this step we make a mistake and we fall down, if we don't use this step in the right way, like if you're going up, I remember once years ago I went to Anandpur Sahib, 14-15 years ago, and there was a massive water tower, and being 21-year-olds and a little bit foolish, we decided to climb this water tower to go to the top and have a look around. But the stairs, they were not proper, and there were many steps missing. So you're walking up this little ladder and there were holes. So you imagine if you'd missed a step there, if you'd misstepped and you would have fallen down from about 100, 200 feet, and that would be, you're born at Anandpur and you died at Anandpur as well. Marat kirpa ola mirtari. So anyway, but the point was, Anandpur Vasi, te Anandpur Twadi Samadhi. Because those steps, so if you make a step, Maharaj says, is paudi te jo nar chuke, so aaye jaye dukh paida. If we miss, then we live in dukh. We came in dukh. How? Because we came into this body with the dukh of previous lives. We came here with the desire to use this life in Naam in order to get rid of our dukhs. The previous life we failed. The reality is, Sangaji, no matter how much we think we're doing good in this life, how much we pat ourselves on the back and look at our house and our cars and go, chalo main theek hi haan. We failed previous life, all of us, because we didn't get mukti. Apart from the Mahapurukhs out there, everybody else failed. Then, as we leave, we regret so much. We regret that we didn't use the life in the right way. So again, aaye jaye dukh painda. As we came with dukh and the hope to get sukh. As we leave with the same dukh, maybe even more dukh of our previous lives and the current lives karam, and we leave in dukh as well. So Maharaj says, aaye jaye dukh painda. We will leave with a massive regret, pachtaenga. Kabir ji says na, ki remember Vaheguru, or you will regret. Ram simar pachtaenga. Oh my mind, remember Vaheguru or you will regret. So this is what Maharaj is telling us, that don't forget Vaheguru. Now the other meaning of the word samadhi, because it's an interesting word, in the Pratan Sikhs they gave three meanings. One thing is that it's worthy of worship because the human body is very highly respected. But a samadhi that has a body inside it, that body crumbles and becomes into dust. And what's left is the skeleton. So the bones survive and the dirt is there. And our human body is very much like this. All it is a putla made of dirt, which looks like flesh, but it's actually dirt. And it will go back to dirt if you leave it alone. And it's got bones. So it is actually a walking, talking grave. Because at one point it's going to go back. So the natural state is a gravestone, a body that is working away, gandagi da hai parya hoya. But at the moment, because it's got God's light inside it, it now looks fresh, it now looks alive. As soon as you take this soul out, it will go back to dirt and go back to just something which is not really that special. So Guru Sahib says, remember where you've come from. You might think you're beautiful, your body is great, but in it, it's not sakta to you. It's not your deep friend. The body is going to be ruined anyway. It's a dehuriya. And these are the two meanings of the word dehuriya. We can take it either way, but the main thing is, it's a human life and we've got a chance. So the point of human life is Naam. Maharaj says, Gobind milan ki ehe teri bariya. This is now, the word is translated as chance up there on Sikhi Max, but no one in Punjabi calls bari as a chance. They say it's your turn. Simple translation of the word bari is your turn. So this is our turn to meet Vaheguru. Now Satsang, I want to just for a little bit, I want to take a bit of a detour and talk about this idea. When I was in Thailand, I was introduced to a video. Somebody showed me a video of this guy from India. He's on a stage and somebody was asking him a question. And the question they asked him was, is there an afterlife? Is there something beyond this human life? This guy looks like a Singh, turban, beard, everything. He's got a Singh in his name, and he goes around doing prachar, and he goes, there's no such thing as reincarnation. And this is not just him, there's a couple of these people traveling the world, going around telling people, oh, you know what, everybody before was all wrong, there's no such thing as reincarnation. And innocent people listen to this, and they fall victim to their arguments, and they start thinking, yeah, because you know what, inside us, inside us, in all of us, there is a desire for some kind of tarakki, some kind of improvement, upon our parents. So we don't want to be, like, let's say your dad was like a sergeant in the army, then you're going to become a colour sergeant, you're going to try to become an officer. You're not going to want to be the same as your parents. And even when people go into business, they take what their parents did and they develop it further if they work with their parents. So and even when you look at IT nowadays, it grows so quickly, but no one's ever content to create what was already there. They want to create something next level. So because this thing desired inside us to discover something new, these people have convinced Pole Pale Sikh that, you know what, you found out the real truth. Everybody before you, all the Mahapurushs, all the sons, all the Gyanis, they were all wrong. And there's no such thing as reincarnation. And people, because they've got that little bit of hankar inside them, are very excited by this idea. And then they go around telling other people, can't believe it, all these years you were wrong, there's no such thing as reincarnation. Now, when you meet these people and talk to them, they can't quote any Bani that backs themselves up. They use just one pankti from Sukhmani Sahib. One pankti from an hour-long part. This is the only one they can use for them to say there's no reincarnation. But the thousands of Gurbani panktiyan that say the complete opposite, they don't want to accept. What is a pankti they use? They use this one pankti. Maharaj says, Kartut pasu ki manas chaat, log pachara kare din raat. They say your actions are like a pasu, like an animal. Pasu actually means like a cow or like an animal. But people confuse you for a human. You've got a human body, but you act like an animal. And they go, this is what reincarnation really is. That every day, depending upon how we act, that determines whether we are a pig or a dog or a cat. I'm trying to work out what a bird is going to be now, right? But that is only in your actions in this life. And there's no such thing as your past life and no such thing as your future life. So let's discuss that, which is a complete joke. For them to turn and say this and tell it in a Sikh environment and put people off the truth. And utilize that little bit of hankar inside someone to discover something new, to convince them against Gurbani. Ek kood prachari kehte hain, aur kuch nahi kehte hain. Ek kood prachar hai. And I want to talk about two things. Guru Maharaj, Guru Ramdas Ji Maharaj in Asa Diwar, they say this shabad which I just said to you earlier, Jini aisa har naam na chetyo, se kahe jag aaye Ram Raje. Maharaj says, if those that didn't jap naam, why did they come here? Then they say the next question, next pankti they say, Eho manas janam dulamb hai, naam bina birtha sab jaye. Why would they call the human body hard to find? If there's only one life, why say it's hard to find? It's irrelevant, right? When Guru Maharaj says 84 lakh Jon Sabai, that there's 8.4 million lives, and out of that one is human being, then you can say, oh, it's hard to find that. Because who would say the lottery is easy to win? On every Saturday they have a lottery. I know there's many people even here, all over the country, hopefully sitting there with a ticket saying, today, today, today. But they don't get it, right? Because and the lottery chances are 8 million to 1. 8 million to 1 chance of winning the UK lottery. And then yet all of us have won the real lottery, 8.4 million to 1 chance of getting the human life. Maharaj says, Eho manas janam dulamb hai. It's hard to find. We already won the lottery, the human lottery. Naam bina birtha sab jaye. Why would they say dulamb? Kabirji says the same thing. That this human body is hard to find. Dulamb. Labna okhaya. Dulamb. So Sasaviji, how can we have the idea that it's hard to find if it is easy because we've got it? There's no other thing. Right? Then Maharaj goes further in that shabad and they say, if you don't plant naam, hunwate har naam na bijyo, agge pukha kya khaye? Agge means in the next world. If you don't jap naam now, what will you do in the next world? So this one shabad explains that there is reincarnation because it's hard to find the human body, and it tells you about our next world, i.e. there is a next world where if we don't go with naam, we'll go pukhe. Agge pukha kya khaye? Then they say manmukha no fir janam hai nanak har paye. Those people that don't follow Sikhi, those people that make their mind their mukhi. So Sangaji, just understand this word manmukh. It's not a cuss word. It's used as a cuss word nowadays, but it's a specifically kind of technical word to describe a state. Where your mind is your senior, your boss, that's your manmukh. Where the guru is your boss, you're on the gurumukh path. Because mukhi means head, the chief. So who's the chief? If the chief is the guru, badiya, then you're on the gurumukh path. But if the guru is not your chief and your mind is your chief, then you're on the manmukh path. Maharaj says, manmukha no fir janam hai, nanak har pai. Reincarnation. Manmukhs have to come back. Those who don't follow the guru, don't take this advice from the guru that you must jap naam, they have to come back. This is God's hukum. So these people, they say, no one's been there, no one's come back. But our guru has been there. Our guru is antarjami. He knows everything and he tells us, if you don't jap naam, you will suffer, because the human life is hard to find, because reincarnation is true, and there is a future and there is a past. If we didn't have reincarnation, Sangaji, there's two things we can't explain. Appe bij appe khao. We say this, but some people have a really nice life. They're horrible, they're mean, they make money of other people's misery, they seem to have a great life, and then they die. So where's the justice? If there's no such thing as an afterlife, where is the justice for those people that are so bad and yet get away with it? Number one. And number two, some people are born with not a nice life. Why would they be given that life in that way if Vaheguru was just? We say, Pura nyao kare kartar. Guru Maharaj tells us when they were 7 years old, they said the shabad. They said, Dadde dost na diyo kise. Dost karma apniya, jo main kiya so main paya, dost na dije avar jana. They say, don't blame anybody else, blame your own actions. When a child is born disfigured, if he's 7 years old, he can understand this, and you read him the Bani of somebody else who was 7 years old, Guru Nanak Ji Maharaj, and the child says, why was I born this way? You say, I don't know. Child's going to say, God is unfair. If you explain to the child, in your previous life, whatever you did meant that in this life you're going to have to cope with this burden of this disfigurement. But what is your aim? Cope with it and jap naam anyway, and you will achieve your human aim. You will have transcended what you were born with. You have to go through what you were born with. Everything that happens to us is because of our previous karma. But if we don't understand this, then we sit there getting angry at God. And I've seen this with Sikh families that don't tell their children about karma. They don't tell them about previous lives. And those children, something bad happens to them and they come out bitter. They're angry with God. Why did you do this to me? Because we don't explain this to them. And it's harsh truth, but it is the truth. If we hide our children away from this truth, they're not going to understand reincarnation. They will blame other people. So, we reap what we sow, and Guru Maharaj is telling us, this is the way it is. Let's not doubt our Guru. Let's not listen to these people that have come up with a new plan. Think about all the Mahapurukhs out there that told us what reincarnation is all about. And they're not wrong. There's nothing new here to be discovered. Everything's in Guru Granth Sahib Ji already. So, next Pankti Maharaj says, Gobind milan ki ehe teri bariya. It's your turn now to meet Vaheguru. And Kabir Ji has a beautiful shabad when they go through this in detail. Slowly they explain this. Maharaj says, Kabir Ji says, Gur seva te pagat kavai, tab eh manas dehi pai. They say, you know what, in your last life, you were doing seva of your Guru. You were actually doing bhakti. And that's how comes you got the human life. It was hard to find. It didn't come easily. It was not won by a lottery. Lottery comes easy, which is why people are hoping to spend £1 and win $1 million. Lottery is easy. This body though, this human life, we worked hard for it. And we did a lot of bentiya, we did a lot of requests to Vaheguru to give us a human body. And we promised Vaheguru that when I come upon this earth, I will jap now. I'm not going to come here. Look, these children are sitting here, right? A lot of children get told this, don't worry about now, wait till you're older. That makes no sense. If they work so hard to get a human body, right now, they still haven't been polluted by Maya so much. This, as a young age, is a time to explain to them, you must chant Vaheguru's name. You've come from Waheguru. When you were in the mother's womb for 9 months, in that time, we were asking Waheguru to keep us alive. So when I come into the real world, I will jap naam. Maat garab mein apan simran de, teh tum rakh na hare. In that place, you saved me with Simran. When we come into this world, it is exactly like the mother's womb. It's dangerous here as well. We can drown here as well. That's why we say, Pavak Sagar Atha Lahar mein Taro Taran Hare. Oh Waheguru, in this fiery ocean, save me here as well. You saved me in the mother's womb, now save me here. Give me your Simran. Madho tu Thakur sir mora, Iha uha to haro tora. Here and there, this life and the next life, I would depend upon you. So, if somebody says that we're not here to meet Waheguru, we should leave it till we're older, walk away from that person. Ignore that person. This is the time. Kabirji says that in the Shabad. He says, you worked hard, is dehi ko simre dev, so dehi paj har ki sev. They say the Devi Devs, they are looking for this body. They want this chance. We think, oh, human life is so terrible. We forget every of our past lives. I was talking in Thailand to the kids, and they said to me, why don't we remember our past lives? And I said, you imagine the mother's relationship with that child. As soon as the baby is born, and the baby's like, have you got a mobile phone? I just died in Peru, I need to phone my family, let them know I'm alright. What relationship are you going to have with that baby? And you're like trying to give it milk, and it's like, milk? I don't want milk. Give me some mango lassi. I don't want to drink milk. Can you imagine? The baby is not going to be a baby. The baby is going to want to carry on its life as its previous, like an old man. It might be grumpy. So we can't go through this world remembering our past life. It would make no sense. We need, Waheguru's blessed us that we've forgotten our past life. So we can actually live this life anew. But you know what? Don't be worried. All the things we were going to suffer because of our previous life, they're going to be here anyway. And the things we're here to learn, well, we've been blessed with Guru Granth Sahib Ji. What more wisdom do we need? What more new thing do we need to learn? The entire truth is here right now. Just think about the fact that right now, all of us sitting here are blessed to be in the presence of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, where the ultimate truth is being revealed to us. Why don't we just grab onto it? Kabirji finished off that Shabad. They go, you know what? Your life is being given to you. Demigods and all these people look for this life, and then they say, Pajo Gobind Pool Mat Jaho. Manas Janam Ka Ehi Laho. Meditate upon Waheguru. Don't forget God. Meditate, and then this is the point of human life. And then they say, Ehe Tera Awsar, Ehe Teri Bar. This is your time, this is your turn. How much more obvious could they get? They say, don't take it easy, don't think, chalo rehn do. Ehe tera awsar, ehi tera awsar, ehe teri bar, kat pitar, tu dekh bichar. Look inside you and think about this deep. Satsang ji is a benti from Kabir ji to us. Can we turn down that benti? Look inside yourself and think for yourself. Oh Waheguru, this is my turn to meet God. This is my time to meet God. While I'm here in the Sal Sangat, I should try my best. While I'm here in Gursikhi, in Guru's Darbar, I should try and meet God. And Kabirji says, they go, you know what? It's binary. Kehat Kabir, jeet ke haar. It's only winning or there's losing. Either you win and you connect to God, or you lose. Kehat Kabir, jeet ke haar. It's binary, 1 or 0. Bahobit kahyo pukar pukar. Many times Kabir ji is saying this. Many times people like myself are sat on this stage and said to the Sangat, soch lo. Think about it. You've only got this one life to make it. Otherwise, you might not even come back as a human being. It was so hard to find in the first place, and yet still we think, chalo rehn do, do it in my next life. But it's jindagi na, human life is very hard to find. Eh manas janam dulamb hai, naam bina birtha sab jaye. And Maharaj says, Avar kaj tere kite nakam. They say, oh human being, in order for you to achieve this aim of meeting Waheguru, milan. Just a little bit on milan. Milan means to experience somebody, to meet someone. It's not to believe. Guru Sahib never says, Gobind de vich vishwas karan de eh teri bariya. They never said it's your turn to believe in God. They didn't say that. They said, Gobind milan ki eh teri bariya. It's your turn to meet God. Satsang through Simran, through Naam, we can experience God. From here, Dasam Dwar, you can experience the divine. It's not here, we're not here to just believe in God, we're here to experience God. This is what Guruji is offering us. And they say, Avar kaj tere kite na kaam. In order for you to achieve this aim of meeting God, what will help? Other things, tere kite na kaam. They will not come of any use to you in this kaj. Kaj means to meet God. Nothing else will help. What will help? Mil saad sangat bhaj keval naam. Meet with the sangat of those people who are sadhu. Sadhu meaning people that are trying to sort themselves out. अपने आप नू सोधना, किसी चीज नू साध करना. Sadh means to sort it, to complete it, to perfect it. Hang out with the people that are trying to perfect themselves, that are trying to improve themselves, that are trying to purify themselves. That is a sadhu. Sadhu is someone who is trying to take the gyan of Guru Maharaj and actually sort their mind out. Mil sadh sangat, the company of those people that are moving on the same path as you, hang out with them and then do what? Bhaj keval naam. Keval means only. Meditate only upon Vaheguru's name. Don't get distracted. On the way up on this ladder to Guru, it's very easy to get distracted. It's very easy to fall off. Maharaj say, no, don't do it. Bhaj keval naam. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, they say, Phirit phirit bahote jug haryo, manas dehi deh lahi, nanak kehat milan ki bariya, simit kaha nahi. They say you wandered so many lives, now you got a human life. This is the time. Why don't you meditate? Maharaj said the same thing. Nothing is going to help. The only thing going to help is Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. And not just saying Vaheguru. The word Pajna, Paj means like to meditate, like to vibrate. Your whole body must shake with this naam. Satsang this avastha di gal ho rahi hegi itthe. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਜਪਦੇ ਨੇ ਨਾਮ, ਉਹੀ ਲੋਕੀ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਜਦ ਕੋਈ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਦਾ ਆ, ਉਹਦਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਸਰੀਰ ਭਜਦਾ ਆ. The whole body meditates. The word bhajan comes from this thing that we don't just say with our mouth. Antar gur aradhana, jehva jap gur nao, netri satgur pekna, sabni sunna gur nao. Satgur sthiti ratya. Ratya means to get absorbed. The whole body gets absorbed in the Gur Mantra, the whole body gets absorbed in Kirti of Vaheguru. Kirti means to praise. And the whole body is vibrating. And Satsangji, when that thing happens to you, when you experience it, every single hair on the body is also meditating on Vaheguru. Maharaj says, Gurmukh Rom Rom Harte Ave. That every hair on the body is meditating upon Vaheguru when we paj. This is Milasad Sangat Paj Keval now. The entire body, the mind, the tongue, the ears, everything is focused. Ik man, ik chit pai. Everything is focused, and at that moment, Satsangji, we are transported from Kaljug to Satjug. We are right in the presence of God. Sanmukh hoke, we can see everything clearly. This is what it means. I was thinking today this word, ki understand hukam, nanak hukme je bujjai, ta hame kehna koi. Jehdi cheez nu assi dekhi nahi, ਅਸੀਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਸਮਝ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ? How can we understand something we've never seen? But when we are in the presence of God, meditating upon His name, when we're in His presence, then straight away we understand all this whole game. It becomes clear. The hukam becomes clear. The hukam is naam. Eko naam hukam hai. Nanak Satgur diya bujai jiyo. Well, I used to say to people, I say often that Guru is giving me to understand this, but the word diya means you get something. When you experience Vaheguru in that sense, everything becomes clear and you understand He's in charge. The only Vaheguru is in charge, and my job is just sing your praises all day long. This is what Guru Maharaj gives us, the experience of Vaheguru. And Maharaj says, in case you get distracted, they say, Saran jam lag pavjal taran ke janam birtha jat rang maya ke rahau. Normally we sing this shabad, and we sing the first pankti. The first pankti meaning, the very first line, Ki Bhe-ee Parapat manuk de horiya. But the Rahau di Pankti is the actual essence. And Maharaj is relating this shabad to the previous shabad in Rehraas Sahib. The previous shabad was talking about the Tit Sarvarade Pehle Nivasa, Pani Pavak Tanhe Kiya, and now they come back to this one line. The same thing they say, that Saranjam Lag Pavjal Taran Ke. Make an effort. This Saranjam, Saram means to make an effort. They say Lag, to Lagja. Get attached to doing efforts to swim across. Don't get attached to chilling out. I've met many Amritaris that are on Khardi Kala. They're not on Chardi Kala. They're not on, sometimes they're on Tandi Kala, but mostly they're on Khardi Kala. They're not trying on a daily basis to meet God. When you talk to them about Waheguru, they're like, one day I'll get the chance, bro. At the moment I'm on pause. We don't want to be on pause. Mara says, Saranjam lag. To lagja. Get involved in making efforts. Get involved in making efforts. What? To do what? To swim across this worldly ocean. Pavjal taran ke. Not dubna, not floating, but taran. To swim. And Mara says, Janam birtha jat rang maya ke. What does this rang mean? Rang is love. Our janam will go be-arth. Birtha is actually two words. Be-arth. Arth means meaning. Be-arth means meaningless. There's no meaning to it. Something has meaning, you will cherish it, you will value it. Something which has no meaning, you won't cherish it. No one will remember you. Saranjam lag pav jataran ke. Make an effort, otherwise janam birtha jat rang maya ke. The world will go completely, the life will go completely wasted. Why? Because we're absorbed in the rang. The rang means the color and the love of Maya. I met people, when I traveled, I meet all types of people. And some people said to me, you know what? It'd be easier to get people into Sikhi if you said to them you can eat meat. Other people said to me, it'd be easier to get people into Sikhi if you said you don't have to keep your kesh, you haven't got to take Amrit. I was like, Guru is trying to break you from the Kaljug, which is so pervasive. It's everywhere. It's even right here in the front. Right at the front here is Maya. The Golak is everywhere. We are most distracted sometimes sitting in the Gurdwara. Guru Maharaj is trying to break us away from this world, attach to something so important, and still we think, let's make it easier. Kabir ji is saying, Ek avgad kaati Ram ki tah chad rahe ho Kabir. They go, you know, the world is involved behind the Pandit in the easy way. But there's a hard, difficult path that Kabir is trying to walk. Sikhi is difficult. It's meant to be difficult because the destination is so high. Maya is trying to get us to meet God. It's not going to be easy to meet God. Maya is so attractive. People are telling me all the time, Paji, I would follow Sikhi, but I find this bit hard. I find that bit hard. But you know, I give you the example of somebody trying to lose weight. If you met someone trying to lose weight and they said to you, I do want to work out, I do want to cut down my diet, but I find it really hard. What would you say? No. You would say start small. Start small. Make a little effort every day. And it's exactly what Bhai Gurdashi tells us, that Charan Saran Gur Ek Panda Jai Chal, Satgur Kot Panda Aage Hoi Deta Hai. Take a little step. Holy, Mada Mota Kuch Kalo, Guru Maharaj will walk so much towards you. You take one step, Guru takes 1,000 steps, 100 steps. You take one more step, Guru Maharaj walked another 1,000 steps towards you. That journey, which is 1,000 miles long, you've only walked 5 steps, Guru Maharaj has walked towards you 5,000 steps. This is why we need a Guru. This is why we need to start to take those few steps towards our Guru. Sada farz ki banda hai? Fine. Say to Maharaj, I don't think I can keep my case. I am scared of keeping my case, but I'm gonna start. Tomorrow I won't shave. The next day is up to you. One day I won't shave, the next day you give me the strength not to shave. Tomorrow I won't eat meat, the next day you give me the strength not to eat meat. Tomorrow I won't drink alcohol, next day after that you give me the strength. I'll take a step, you help me. And if you do that, if you try and walk steps towards your Guru, and allow Guru Maharaj to do kirpa and surrender, do an ardas, arz das. Arz of a das is an ardas. Arz means a request as a slave. If you become a slave and do a request to your Guru, he will help you. Because Maharaj is full of power. He can help those that turn to him. So Maharaj says, make an effort. And there's another word that means tarang. Janam birtha ja tarang maya ke. But if we take this word, ja, and we split it, jat, we split it into ja and ta, tata, and we join that tata, because you know Satsang all the prane, bani was all joined up. If we put a split at ja, the next word becomes tarang. See the word? You can take that tata and move it onto the rang. And Maharaj says, if you can take it that way, then janam birtha ja tarang maya ke. Tarang means the waves. What does the waves mean? The thoughts. When we're sitting here, we're being attacked by waves. If you're like on a little boat, and there's waves, big waves coming, we're like that little boat, got no anchor, hasn't anchored itself to the Naam, and therefore all the waves are coming and it gets knocked this way, knocked that way, knocked this way. Because our mind will keep on throwing new and new waves upon us, and we can't seem to stand still. Sikhi is all about standing still and letting the waves go past you and not being pushed around. But for that to happen, just like a boat needs an anchor to stay in one place, we then need an anchor. And this is what Naam Drid means. The word Drid is a very specific word. It means it has been established and stabilized. Those that do Naam Simran, those that start to do Naam Simran with their breath, Guru, Guru, they're trying to make that Naam established in their body. When it becomes established, it's like an anchor, and the tarang, the waves of all the different thoughts, they don't come. They slow down, and we stay stabilized in Naam. So Maharaj says, Saranjam lag pav jadar ki janam birtha jaat tarang maya ke. It can happen if we get lost. So the next thing then, Rahao, the next two panktiyan, Guru Maharaj then says to us, turn to God and do a benti to God with this. These are the words that we can use to do a benti to Vaheguru. What are these words? Maharaj says, Jap tap sanjam taram na kamaya, seva sadna janya haraya, kaho nanak ham neech karma, saran pare ki rakho sarma. Maharaj says, I have not done jap, I have not done tap. Jap means I haven't meditated. Tap means I haven't done any penances. I've not put myself through any hard things for you. I've not really worked hard for you. Japa, tapa. Sanjam means some kind of routine. I haven't really created any kind of routine. I haven't really put myself into any kind of rehat. Japa, tapa, sanjam, and then taram. I haven't really put myself into any kind of rules or duties. Taram also means duty. I haven't really put myself into your taram. I haven't earned taram. Japa, tapa, sanjam, taram na kamaya. Taram also involves Sasangaji or Maryada, some kind of parhej, some kind of restrictions, controlling our indriya. What our mind says versus what our Guru says. We haven't done these things, so admit it. Admit it to Vaheguru. Every day we admit these words to our Guru. Guru Maharaj, I am no Bhagat. I am no tapi. I am no strict person. I haven't controlled myself. Japa, tapa, sanjam, taram, na kamaya. I haven't earned these things. I'm not worthy to call myself a Japi Puruk. I'm not worthy to call myself a Tapi Purush. I'm not worthy to call myself Sanjam Wala Sikh. I'm not worthy to call myself a Tarmi Sikh. Basas Maharaj, I haven't done these things. Main kamai nahi hege. And then, Seva sadna jane haraya. I haven't really learned about Seva. There's three meanings to this pankti. Seva sadna jane haraya. Oh my king, I haven't learned how to do Seva of the Sadhu people. You told me to hang out with Sadhu Sangat, I haven't even learned how to serve them. But another meaning is I haven't known you. I haven't known you, Vaheguru. Seva sad na janya haraya. Vaheguru, I haven't known you by serving your servants. You know, Vaheguru is found in the Sadhu. The saints, har jan dui ek hain, bibichar kachna hai, jalte upaj tarang, jo jal hi bikhe samahe. The saints are the reflections of Vaheguru. I haven't known you through your saints. Seva sad na janya haraya. Through seva of sadhu we get to know Vaheguru. But if we haven't done that, Maharaj says, I haven't even done that, Maharaj. But the third meaning of this shabad, Seva Sadhu Jane Haraya, is neither have I done seva of the sadhu, nor have I known you, my king. All of these things I haven't done. Not jap, not tap, not sanjam, not taram, not seva of sadhus. I haven't even known you, I never met you. But kaho Nanak hum neech karama. Nanak says, I have such low actions. Mere karam inne maade ne, my actions are, they're not worthy of even talking about my life. Many people come into Gurdwara, they go, Maharaj, I'm not worthy to be a Sikh. Guru Maharaj is saying, good, feel that way. Don't think you're worthy of being a Sikh. Say to Guru Maharaj, I'm not worthy of being a Sikh. I'm not worthy of your kirpa, but then still beg for it anyway. Don't say I'm not worthy and say I don't want it then. Come and say I'm not worthy, but then say Saran pare ki rakho sarma. They say, you know what? In your sharan, let me stay in your sharan. Saran pare, I've come to your saran. Keep me in your, keep my sharam. Meri laaj rakh lo. Sharam means my respect. Pehla saranjam meant effort. Now saram means our laaj. So when I leave this world, there is some respect for me. When I leave this world, I'm not nanga over there. People laughing at me. When I leave this world, keep my laaj. Meri laaj rakho, meri pat rakho. Nipatya de pat. The respect of those that have no respect. Meri laaj rakh lo. Keep my honor in the next world. We don't have any respect in the next world without Naam. We are asking our Guru, Maharaj, in this world and the next world, save my respect. You know, Maharaj says that in the Sadh Sangat, my respect has been kept. Parda. Parda means Satguru Takliya Mohe Papi Parda. In the Sadh Sangat, I may be a sinner, but Guru Sahib has kept my respect in this world. This is what our Guru does for us. They keep our respect in this world and the next world. So Satsanga Ji, this is the end of the Rehraas Sahib that comes in Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Just a point to note, at the time of Guru Arjan Dev Ji Padshah, they would read Sodar, then Asa Mahalla Pehla, Sun Vadda. They would read Dukh Daru Sukh Rog Baya. They would read Kahe Re Manchitve, they would read Har Ke Jan Sadgur Sadpurkha, and they would read Kahe Re Manchitve Udam. Up to Guru Arjan Dev Ji Padshah's Bani, Kahe Re Manchitve Udam. That would be Rehraas Sahib at that time. Then Guru Har Gobind Sahib Maharaj in our Itihas added the next 4 shabads, which is from So Purkh to Tu Karta Sachar Menda Sai, to Tit Sarvarde, and Bhe-ee Parapat Mangde Huriya. If you look at the old Kartarpuri bead, which you can go and see now in Sheesh Mahal in Sri Kartarpur Sahib, you will see the shabas are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to the Paudi by Rag Gujri Mahalla Panjama. Kahe Re Manchitve Udam. And then Guru Har Gobind Sahib Pasha started the rivaz, the tradition of reading the next 4 shabads. And that's why they're not numbered 6, 7, 8, 9. They shabad again numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 in Rehraas Sahib. And then Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj added Chaupe Sahib and Anand Sahib and the other shabads at the end. So Bani always grew. Although Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji didn't write Bani, they then created traditions. So this is one of the traditions. So Maharaj Kirpa Kare, and that Gutka Baba Gurdatta Ji, the son of Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, that contains the extra 4 pauriyan that come in Rehraas Sahib. So you can see that same place, Seesganj Gurdwara, Seesganj Sahib, Sheesh Mahal in Sri Kartarpur Sahib. So इन यह बेनती प्रवान करनिया कथा करते हुए अनेक प्रकार की गलती होनी सासंग जी मैंने माफ करना देहो सजन सीसड़ियां जो होवे साहिब स्यो मेल आओ गजगति फतेह आखो जी वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.